Hey lovelies, if you want to see how I got this long braided ponytail with crisscross braids, you need to stay tuned. Kennedy's hair has been freshly washed and blow dried. I also conditioned her, styling her hair. We're going to start off by sectioning off the bottom section, and I'm trying to make that part as clean as possible. I then split her hair into two sections. I put one section away, and then I'm going to take my Shine & Jam and put that around the perimeter of that section just to lay her edges. And then I'm going to take an elastic band and put it in a ponytail. I prefer to use a brush instead of a comb to lay down the hair. For me, it has been more effective that way. Once the ponytail has been made, I take a little Shine & Jam and I spread it down the hair strands. I then split it into 3 sections and start braiding down. You don't have to braid all the way down, just enough for the hair to reach the section above it. I'm going to utilize the same techniques for this next ponytail section. I ended up changing the bottom section and put 2 braids into each ponytail because I decided to change the pattern that I was going to do. So I'm taking the comb and I'm using the rubber band at the bottom section as a marker so that I can do the bricklayer method for the ponytails in the row above. I'm utilizing the same technique once again, and I'm just going to put that next row into 3 different ponytail sections. Through trial and error over time, I found that it comes out neater and I'm able to control the edges around each of the sections by putting the neck sections in rubber bands. I've tried just splitting it in half and then putting the braid through it, but I wasn't able to keep the edges laid like I would like. So I'm going to put the sections into ponytails first, and then I'm going to connect the braids to those sections. Now I am going to attach 1 braid from each of those bottom ponytails to the middle section, and then I'll put the single braids on the end ponytails of the second row. This is the beginning of the pattern that we about to start, y'all. I am now starting to take down the braid, that way I can make the hair smooth in one section. That's why you should not braid all the way down. That way you're not just unraveling the braid that you braided for no reason. So then I add some Shine & Jam to make it smooth. I comb it to brush it out, and then I'm going to braid that down. And like I said, don't braid it all the way down, just enough for it to reach the section above. Don't fret if you braid too much, you know you can always take it down, but just to save on some time, just take the braid and just lift it up towards the section that you know that you're going to put it into, and you can just gauge how much you need to braid down. We have made it to the next row, so now I'm still following the bricklayer method, so I'm just making a part that is slightly off center to the previous sections. What I love about this style is that you can do any type of purse. You can do this with triangle purse. You can do the squares like the brick method. You can do any way that you put your mind to doing it. Another thing is the pattern that you choose is whatever you choose. You don't have to do the exact same crisscross pattern that I did. You can make up your own and freestyle anyway. So I love the versatility of it. Now I am going to take the braids that are in the two outer sections and I'm adding that to the middle section above, and I'm going to take the two braids in the lower section and split those to the outer sections in the row above that. Now that we've made it to the last section of the back half of her head, I'm just going to split that into two sections. The two sections have been made at the top. Now I'm just going to braid down the lower section so that I can connect them upward. And now that we are in the last section, two braids will be going into each of the top half ponytails. The middle section has two, the outer section just has one, and they're going to be split amongst both of those ponytails. For the top part of her hair, I wanted to keep it simple. That way it wasn't too much going on. So I'm just going to take the shining gem and I'm going to lay it around all of her edges, and I'm going to slick that into a ponytail. I'm brushing it, trying to make it as smooth as possible. I'm putting that into a ponytail by itself, separate from the hair that's in the back half of the head. Now that the ponytail has been made, I'm going to add all three ponytail sections together into one. I'm taking one bundle of braiding here. I am going to switch out that yellow rubber band for a black one. That way it blends with her hair. I'm going to take that bundle and attach it to her ponytail. Then I'm going to split that into three sections. I then split her hair into three sections and take the shining gem to grease it down. That way it blends together. Once you do that, then you just begin to braid. As I'm braiding, I add shining gem along the way and brush it through to make sure her hair blends in with the braiding hair. You can braid the braid as long as you want, as short as you want. You can actually twist it up and do it into a bun. Whatever your preference is, you can make it happen. Instead of dipping the ends or keeping the ends straight, I wanted to add some beads to it. So I put about 7 beads on a beater and I'm just feeding it into the hair. I then fold over the hair over the last bead and take a rubber band and wrap it around as tight as it can go. With the excess hair, you just take a pair of shears and cut it off. Once the hair is cut off, you just slide the beads down. I also added a gold scrunchie just to accent the beads and give it a little pop. This is the finished product, y'all. It turned out really, really good. She gets to have like this teen attitude, but still keep her youth. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, baby, because your girl always got some content for you, okay? I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, lovelies.